I'm walking towards them, and I was going to grab a shirt and just say hi. What I had not seen them in like a couple months because they went to Chicago or wherever the University Nationals was, and my dad saw me, started laughing, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing? Because you're going to kill yourself." I was looking bad.
You probably looked like a survivor of some sort.
It was terrible. Yeah, that was a pretty rough one.
That was a rough.
Yeah, that was probably the worst weight cut. I don't remember it was always painful, but I was weird because I kind of liked it. I don't know. I kind of like suffering. I thought maybe.
There's something weird in all of us. I was never a great wrestler, but I think that I am a wrestler in that I enjoy those types of things.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get it.
That makes sense.
When did you even start?
7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, so very late. Yeah.
And I was also, I didn't even take it serious.
In the first couple of years, you probably, like, people say, well, he's got 5 years of wrestling, and I'm like, no, you're a freshman, so your first 4 years of wrestling, you only wrestled during season, 2 hour-and-a-half practices a week for 3 months. You got like 38 hours under your belt. You haven't wrestled 5 years. Now our kids who go 3 days a week year-round for 5 years, that's year-round wrestling. But just doing a 90-minute practice twice a week during a Pee-wee season, that's not a year.
No.
But anyway, so most kids, even though they think they are experienced, when you really look at the hours that they've logged, they don't even have 100 hours of live wrestling.
Yep.
And they wonder why they can't win, and you're like, we just need to do more of this. It's not all technique, because the thing I always like to explain is this. A gymnast can drill and practice her routine, let's say on a balance beam, and then go into the Olympics, and it's the same thing. There's no difference between her practice and her competition. No difference. Where in wrestling, we can drill technique, but when it's time for live wrestling, just imagine being a gymnast trying to do your moves on the balance beam and someone's pulling on your head, they're tackling your ankles, or swinging the balance beam, they're pushing you. You're like, now I want to see you do that fancy, all those moves. So wrestling gets very ugly very quickly, and I think that's always the disconnect that the parents don't seem to get. They're like, you just drilled that move. I'm like, so? They haven't hit it in live wrestling or tried. And so it's kind of like when you can, so you need it's a lot of feel and instincts. The technique is the technique, but being able to hit it in a live competition is feel and instinct and awareness and a sixth sense. You can't develop that through drilling, and you can only develop that through a lot of live wrestling. And then you go to the good wrestler, then the amazing wrestler, then the elite level wrestler, and you can finally score with them on that on occasion. And then you start in high school, you get into college, you got to start all over. And that's why there's so many times where you're just restarting from scratch, and some people can't take that frustration.
Yeah. Well, I remember my first, so I wrestled in 7th and 8th grade casually. It was, Tuesday nights we'd have a tournament with MICDS and Burroughs and Whitfield would always kick everyone's ass. And but didn't take it seriously. I was playing soccer and football and everything else. And so freshman year was a 103-pounder. And so made varsity just because I was the only 103-pounder. Now, I went into the season weighing 95 pounds, maybe, and got my ass whooped for the first.
That's rough.
I did not score a point in practice the entire year, not one time. The 12-pounder was.
But you kept going, though.
Yeah.
You kept going.
Well, and the 112-pounder was he